Or I got
And looking good, looking good.
Name's Richard Stiles. I'm one of the geezers. I want the geezers to raise their hands and introduce themselves. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
I'll get to that.
Please, right now. Harry O. Harry O. What's your name?
Nick Moss.
Nick.
Hunter Sharp.
Hunter Sharp. Geezer. Oh, yeah.
Rob Deaton.
Rob Dean.
Reed Nashel.
Reed.
Todd Blackley.
All right. Who did I miss?
Archie!
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, we're not going to ignore him today. It's nice to see you. All right, thank you for coming. We're going to have, now that you met the geezers, where's Simon? Simon made this bench, so glad he's not here. He wouldn't want to see me standing up. Although it's solid locust, so it's awesome. 2.25 miles up the hill. It's going to be an experience, if you haven't done it yet, you've never had here in Mars Hill or Madison County maybe. But this is the Richard Hoffman Trail being dedicated today. I want to introduce you to Lee Hoffman, his son, who is going to have a few words to say. I don't know if he wants to stand up here. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is nice. Fall off. Well, thank you. My brother Will is also here, and his daughter Ella, and my wife Rachel. We're truly honored that this trail is named for Dad, but more importantly, we're so very grateful for the geezers who built this trail. The most essential element that I can think of that would need to be in place here is a way to get from here to the top of the mountain. And if any of you tried to climb the mountain before these guys got to work, you know that it was a grueling experience and not one that many people would want to undertake. So now it's like just a casual stroll all the way to the top of the mountain. So some people may argue with me about that. But,
Nobody here.
but these guys, what I can't believe is that they hiked the whole mountain just to go to work, which is just amazing. So our gratitude is to you guys, and thank you, and I'm just really grateful for this day. I don't know if you...
I'm not going to get up on there because I'll fall off. But this is actually a shirt that we used to raise money back in the day, probably in the mid-90s. We were working on the Bailey Mountain project, and just to see the culmination of this and the trail to the top, and of course honoring the family and Dad is just a great thing that we appreciate so much. And the whole thing for us is really accessibility and getting on the mountain and really having that conservation sense and knowing how valuable these natural resources are, but you got to get up there. So we really appreciate the geezers and just everybody here who supported the project all the way through. I'd like to recognize our board members. If you're a board member of the Richard Hoffman Foundation, please raise your hand and introduce yourself, please. Anyway, thank y'all. This is a great event, and I live right over here on Ridgeway Drive, and I've seen over the last year or two just the number of folks that have continually come out, and just every time I'm walking through here, just more cars, and it's just a great project. This only enhances that. So again, our appreciation, our heartfelt appreciation to everyone here, particularly the geezers today. So thank y'all.
Hi, folks. Ooh, it's warm. Good morning all. Hey, I'm so excited to be here and to see so many folks here in recognition of the geezers' hard work. I want to be real brief because it is hot. Let's see, I first came here, and this is a bit of a culmination event, although I think there's going to be a lot more great events, kind of like it, a lot of activity coming on out here. Because when I first moved here, I wanted to get straight up to the top of something, and this trail does that now. And those that have heard me kind of suffer through this, I heard the difference between a trail and a path is a little semantic, but a path is supposed to go somewhere, like a destination, and a trail connects. And for a second here, I started calling this a path to the summit. But I think it's right as a trail. I think it does connect people. It's connected me. It's connected people to history and their environment. So I'm just so happy that the geezers have put in all this work to make it happen and that you're all here. And with that, I want to introduce the honorable president of the geezers.
I prepared a little speech. I hope I don't have to read the whole thing. Anyway, welcome to the friends and lovers of Bailey Mountain. And welcome to the dedication of the new trail that is now called the Richard L Hoffman Trail. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Perry Oles. I'm president of the Bailey Mountain Geezers. I was elected in a highly flawed and fraudulent way. I protested it, but my case was thrown out. The judge said it was frivolous. So I stand the humble servant to the Bailey Mountain Geezers. And so we would like to thank the Hoffman Foundation for the vision to begin the process that brought us this preserve, and also to the Hoffman family for their dedication and guidance. We'd like to thank the town for allowing us the freedom to get up on the mountain and work largely unsupervised. We'd also like to thank Ryan Bell, who just spoke, for his ever-present guidance and support. So, what are the geezers? Well, it's a loosely organized, sometimes democratic, sometimes anarchistic group of mostly retired folks with a dedication to making trails on Bailey Mountain. With anywhere from 1 to 5 geezers working 1 to 3 days a week. We dug dirt, we cut logs, we cut stones, we built steps, we built switchbacks. It's sometimes exhaustive work, but we have left the town a lasting legacy which will serve for decades to come.
Absolutely.
Why do we do it? Well, we often say we must be crazy.
Must be.
And that's probably the best explanation. But other reasons include exercise. As Lee alluded to, for the last several months, we walked 2 miles up the mountain before we even pick up a tool, only to walk 2 miles back down the mountain when the day is done. So, also there's the love of hiking. I can say with confidence that every one of the geezers is a hiker. And there's service to community. As we're working up there or walking up, walking down, we run into hikers that are using the trail. And from their comments, we know that this is a great asset to the town, recreational asset. There's the challenge. There's tremendous challenges, both technical and physical, as we're doing this work. And we enjoy the problem solving that it takes to get this job done. And personal satisfaction, of course. There's a great satisfaction in seeing the outcome of this work. Camaraderie. Since we have an hour march up the hill to the job site, we have time to discuss all sorts of topics. So we've solved most of the world's problems. We're still working on some. But anyway, these are a great bunch of gentlemen. I think of them as my brothers. And then, don't let me forget, Shinrin Yoku. What do you think? This is the Japanese art of forest bathing. Just to be in the forest has a restorative effect on the soul. And indeed, on occasion, if I'm up on the mountain, I'll sit on one of the benches and just listen to the quiet and the peacefulness. It's remarkable. I feel that the mountain has a soul of its own. So, with that, let's go for a hike.
No, with that we want to introduce Simon Shelton.
Simon!
Simon, come up
Shelton.
and take a bow, my friend. Benches, when you get tired on the trail, there will be more benches to take a rest because of this man.
Simon is the gentleman